Right, we're now on air. No viewers, so I'm not going to bother saying anything just yet. Oh, we've got 4 viewers already. Yeah, welcome guys for round 2 Shanghai. Just waiting for the lobby to get underway, so go make yourself a nice cup of tea, eat your dinner, and we'll be underway shortly. Got Cetar's Demon watching. You know him very well, Hulk. Any words to Cetar?
Yeah, commentates on F4, doesn't he? Yeah. Wonder if he ever fancies joining FE.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good league for him, to be honest. I think given his pace level, Cetar's Demon, I think this could bring him quite close to people. Up the grid, we've got Game and Alamonda tuning in, currently at work. Not sure how much work is getting done. Lickle Blocks Gaming has joined. The FT race winner yesterday, one of the greatest, youngest prospects on the site. Warren Haig also in the comment section. Hulk, he's got football on his iPad, stream on the laptop, and race on my TV. So the electricity bill is going to be relatively high down in Haig's household. So we've got 13 viewers in already. I don't think we've had that many this early. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We want to get to 100 subscriptions. We've got Hulkenberger in the box with me as well. And Hulk, there's a few League Cup fixtures going on tonight. So, maybe people don't want to watch the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, well, it's hardly the most glamorous football tournament on earth, is it? Who's playing? Is it Derby?
I haven't a clue.
Burnley. Nobody particularly exciting. So, yeah, don't blame them for wanting to watch this anyway. Instead, should be more exciting. Yeah. Not that I do like football, but
Yeah, it'd be even more exciting, Hulk, if the admins could start on time.
Yeah, they're only 2 minutes late.
Nah, every minute counts, mate. And Game Freaker is here as well, Hulk. Game Freaker. We've got Abby Odom, we've got Ash Best. So drivers on the grid are certainly tuning in to get their first-hand news of what could happen during this exciting Shanghai circuit. Happy days. Hulk, what do you make of this the circuit?
China, I've never really had a lot of luck around here, really, so it's not. I actually quite enjoy driving it. I've just never really had the pace. But yeah, I think it can provide some good racing. Obviously, the massive straight, it's about a mile long or nearly a mile long. Get some good battles down there. It's a circuit that can be tough on the tyres, so the strategy should be quite interesting. Obviously, I think you have ultras, softs, and mediums. I'm not sure if you can. We'll see many people on the ultras, but I suppose we're about to find out.
Yeah, and there's hesitations to get this race underway from the admins. I don't know what's happening, but I'm hoping we're going to be underway shortly, because
Yeah, not quite sure what the hold-up is. Are we waiting on someone, or?
I don't know, mate. I'm just hoping they start it pretty soon. So I've spammed 5 chats with the FP stream, so hopefully people will tune in.
You'll be getting underway right about now, so...
Yeah, so drivers in different cars for this one. So it is performance cars, so people know. So that means if you're in a Mercedes, you've got a better car than everybody else, or Mercedes or Ferrari. If you're in a Williams, you're fucked.
Yep, that is true. Let's see who's in the Williams here. It's Oogie and Abby Orden who are drawing the short straw and placing the Williams for this one, so let's see how they can do.
Yeah, and Juho Finn on the grid. JP Greenwood on the grid. So there's opportunities for people to score points, and I'm just wondering. I don't know if anybody's lost connection before the start of this race. I did see a name disappear from the side. So
That wins.
thought it was me for a second.
It's Grumpy.
Mr. Grumpy, the most experienced man on the grid,
I believe he
has
was
disappeared.
was he not the host?
I don't know what he was, mate, but he's gone.
Fairly certain he was hosting the lobby as well. So
Yeah, that's not good. I'm just
Yeah,
trying
I'm
to
not
change
sure.
the audio levels. I don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing. Do I change effects? Do I change speech? Music? Somebody said the engine volume
not
was too high.
music. If you have like,
Oh no,
you
it's a
can, like,
restart.
prioritise-
It's a restart. What a surprise. FP not arriving on time. It's like Southern trains or Southwestern trains. Just a poor service all around. And Hulk, the session is being restarted. Look at that. Warren Hay coming out of the garage. He's ready to do a flying lap and he is absolutely frustrated.
Well, at least we didn't have to get halfway through the qualifying session before the call to restart, because it's a long qualifying session nowadays.
Yeah, okay, we're going to have to leave then, aren't we?
Restart.
Oh, what a
Yep.
nightmare. Oh, it was equal. It was equal. Oh, no. Oh, no. Equal
Amateur
car
mistake.
performance. Oh, dear. Oh, dear me. Mr. Grumpy in the Red Bull. He couldn't drive that race on equal car performance, could he? So he's shooting himself in the foot. I just wonder if we can get a driver in here quickly. 1 second, Holcomb. Just to get their thoughts before this race. Just slap one or two of them in, and we'll just see what they've got to say. So we're going to see if we can get Jack Tyler or JP Greenwood in very quickly to just let us know their pre-qualifying thoughts. Did you get Jack Tyler in? Oh,
I invited Jay, but I didn't send the invitations out.
alright, I did suggest Jack. Just if you could, I think the guy's got a lot to say. Look at that, they've even got Australia as a race circuit. I hope they don't start like this. Hulk, we've got JP here. Do you want to ask him any questions before the start of this race?
Yeah, that was a good qualifying session, wasn't it?
Yeah, not too sure about to say about that. Bit embarrassing, really. But yeah, never mind. Yeah, hopefully they can do it better now.
And JP, very quickly, what are you hoping to get out of this race? Why have you turned up on the grid today? What do you want to leave with at the end of this race? Do you want to leave with a broken wheel? Do you want to leave some points? Do you want to... just tell me what you're after. What are you here for?
I'd be happy with some points, Aaron. I think I'm not going to be as lucky as I was. Well, I wasn't actually lucky at all last week. But what I mean is, I don't think there's going to be as many casualties at China than there was in Australia last race. So I think the opportunity might not be so forthcoming. So I'm going to work hard to get some points tonight. I think I've got the fastest car on the grid, so down that back straight, I might have a chance. But yeah, just see how it goes.
That's great to hear, JP. I know the quality's going to be underway shortly, so we'll let you get to it. And we've got Jack Tyler here as well. A man who really wants the airtime. He's in the Renault tonight. Really worried, really angry. You're an angry man, Jack. How's it feel to be in the Renault today? I know you have some complaints. You happy?
Yeah. No. I should not be in a Renault. Especially what happened after last week. I should not be in a Renault, but oh well, got to deal with it, haven't I?
And Holt, any questions for Jack? Very quickly, while we've got him here.
Yeah, so you might be a bit frustrated with that, but do you think you can score any points after a disappointing Australian race?
Well, depends on what the other lap times will set and where qualities are. Because I know I might try and qualify on the super soft and then try and do the one stop because the ultras only last about 3 to 4 laps here. So, well, we'll see what I can do. But maybe depends on how I perform in the race.
Okay, Jack. Well, we wish you all the best of luck. I'm just wondering, Hulk, could we maybe get Jack to qualify to do a commentary on a lap on board? Was that a bit?
Might not be the best idea. Not going to help your concentration, is it?
I could try, but.
Oh, you might as well just get your sub on and get straight out there on circuit, and we'll sort something out.
So do you want to stay in here? I'll just mute my mic.
Yeah, stay in here, and then after you're back in the garage, after you've done your flying lap leave, we're gonna get a lap on board with Jack Tyler in front of 15 viewers on the FP stream. So Jack Tyler is going to commentate on a lap on board, the driver commentator. Hulk, this man, he'll be rushing to get his setup on. He's got a battle against time. He's never going to get more airtime than this all season.
It's just like IndyCar.
Yeah, well, you need a fast car, and if you crash out on your flying lap, provide some excitement for our viewers, then feel free to plant it into the side of the barriers.
Anything's on the old lap. Probably will be on the old lap, to be fair.
Okay, speak up during your lap as well, because I got a few audio issues. So Hulk, look at that trickling down a little bit. How's Jack Tyler going to cope? Commentating on lap on board.
Yeah, he's got all the challenges at the moment, doesn't he? He's got the VN, he's got the commentating as well as going around the track as quickly as possible to set the best lap. So.
Yeah, just get out there, Jack. Just get out there. Get a south on. Get out there.
Wait, hang on. Right, let's still see it for dries, okay. Now I've got more passion in my life.
So Jack Tyler will be coming out there in the Renault. So yeah, and tricky conditions, Hulk. What does this mean? What does it mean?
Well, it means it's wet, obviously. But apparently not wet enough for
no, it's
for
not.
wet tyres.
They're 3 seconds. They're 3 seconds down the pace.
Yeah, well, that's useful information. So people will be going out on the dry, slick tyres. I'm not sure which ones they're going to choose. The soft tyre is probably the better race tyre, but people might be going for the optimum qualifying and going on the
mediums for Kingdom Martin. So the drivers are using the alternative compound just to maybe try and find a little bit more grip out there. I don't know, if that's going to work, but it'll definitely keep the tyre temperatures down, which are good for these types of conditions.
I'm not qualifying the ultras, by the way. I'm just testing a run, see how they are.
Okay, well, that's all right, Jack. Well, how are the conditions? Are they slippery? Are you struggling?
Yeah.
Is there a bit of oversteer?
I'm not struggling. I'm on. Yeah, there's a lot of oversteering, so I don't know, flat out right angle. So.
Light the rears up. Come on, put the foot down. Come on, see what happens. No, that's all right. Okay, Hulk. It's going to be interesting because this might be, the best laps that people set, for this session. Look at that. Jack Tyler really struggling to wrench the car. Look at that. He's wrenching it on the outlet. Really struggling.
It's so hard for that car.
So, with 17 viewers on the stream, Jack Tyler is going to take us through a lap on board.
On softs. I'm not actually going on ultras.
Oh no, come on, just do it.
No, it's too wet for ultras.
Just drive.
It's too wet, Lumen.
Just go around, come on. No, you can't do that. 17 viewers. We're relying on
I'm sorry. I'll do it soft. It's too wet for ultras. Way too wet for ultras.
That's all right. Let me know when you're back out there. So Little
Yeah.
Blocks is now on a lap here, Hulk, through the first corner in the Toro Rosso. He's gone for the yellow tyre compound. Look at that, he's struggling for grip. He's really struggling.
It's gone very wide. He can't quite hit the apex. He did get it for the second part of that snail section, and yeah, so he is struggling for grip on those soft tyres. Trying to get heat into them in this wet conditions. It doesn't look like it's going to be improving anytime soon as he drifts wide at that corner as well. That doesn't look like a very quick way to go around the track at the moment. I'm not sure if anybody else is faring any better though.
I don't know, mate. His car sounds a little bit fucked to me. So here we go.
Language. Minor.
Apologies. Here we go. Little Blocks really struggling for grip. I don't know if he can get those tyres warmed up. You know, they are the medium range compound. Look at that, drifting it around the corner, Hulk. You know, you won't want to be starting on tyres like that, would you, for the race?
Well, I don't think so, but you know, it doesn't look like a very quick time at the moment, although I don't think many people will be setting particularly quick times. He's heading that, well, he won't have much trouble going down the DRS straight at least, but yeah, I'm not sure, is the rain going to get worse? Will we have to switch on to the intermediate tyres at any point? So will this be the quickest that the track is all day, as Ashfest is a 145, that's, I'm immediately beating my EMS with 142. I don't think these signs are particularly representative.
Can I just point out, softs are 2 seconds slower, so the soft one will be
Go on the
2 seconds slower
inters.
than
Just
the
go on the
ultras.
inters. Get the inters on.
I'm kind of out of soft.
Okay. So Little Blocks goes second. Oh, 2.5 seconds off pole. So AMS has put it on pole. He's got the best of the track
on ultras.
conditions.
He's on ultras.
He's on ultras,
he's
but
on 41 yeah, they're
it
2
is
seconds
what he's
quicker.
on. Who else is out there? Abby Oden, last week's winner in the Williams Mercedes Hulk. He's going to be struggling out there. Look at that. Look how wet it is. He's gone straight in. He says, I want the inters. I ain't happy with that.
Yep, and Mr. Gumpy's about to complete a lap as well as he heads up towards the lines. It could be a quick time. It's going to be, he goes pole position for
Unbelievable.
141.7.
Crossover.
Tom,
Crossover point as
Tom
well.
goes third. So Jack Tyler's out there on an out lap. Hang on, we've got JP Greenwood. Jack, let me know when you're in the final sector.
Yeah. Jeff just told me it's crossover points. So.
I did tell
That's
you.
the case, Mr. Gumpy could be on for his first pole position of the season.
Yeah, he will be.
Oh, JP with a massive drift there. He's fighting to get into the top 10. There's yellow flags out there. Cars are probably spinning out there. Sector 1 and
Yeah,
Sector 2.
McLaren
is where
and BMS are going slow.
AMS going slowly, but what can JP Greenwood do? Oh, he gets into the top 10. What about Kingdom Martin? He's struggling.
I'm in the
Where's
final
Jack Tyler?
sector.
Jack Tyler in the final sector. So we'll see who else is in front. It's Flying Throne, and he's going to come around for a lap here, Hulk. Look at that.
Yep, he's just about to finish that lap and he goes P4. Yeah, the top 7 all on the ultra soft tyres.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the track's going to get any quicker at this point, so this might actually be a grid.
It might be, but Jack Tyler is going to take us on a lap on board in slippery conditions on the soft. There's
Move out the
traffic
way.
in the way. There's traffic in the way. It's
Stupid,
VSR
man.
Francis. Take us on board with a lap. Come on, Jack.
Down the straight, also on this nearly, 2004 China track, which was first introduced in 2004. I believe Michael Schumacher took the thing with victory. Turn 1, very hard turning right into the turning left and right chicane. I'm muddling up my words. Right, left chicane. Into turn 2, I spun.
Oh, the wings off. Oh, I told you, go out on inters. I told you. Oh, no, Hulk. Oh,
I'll
my
carry on,
goodness.
carry on.
Just full pelt it. Come on. Full pelt it. Come on.
Turn 3 into turn 4, I think.
Come on, full pelt
course,
it,
I can
mate.
bottle it.
I don't know where else you're going to be able to put it on the grid. Come on, just push.
Into turn 5, a hairpin. Very tight indeed. Can get messed up on the entry. Jesus. Into turn 6 and 7, flat out left-hander, brake a little bit out into the entry, then take it flat out if you can in the dry, but in the wet you have to lift off through the middle of the corner. Turn 7, have to brake and then take it full power if you can, if you have a good setup on. Turn 8 to 9, very hard left-handers, you can mess up your lap here if you get the wrong exit. Into turn 9, and then a long banking of turn 10 I believe, or maybe turn 11. Turn 10 now, you can lose a back end on here, shown there. open, 11, long banking left-hander, right-hander. I can't say my words.
That's all right. Is it a lap from hell, Hulk? From what you're seeing on board with Jack?
Yeah, it hasn't been the cleanest lap I've ever seen in my life, but in these conditions, can't fault them too much.
I think he just needs to get a lap on the board. I think he should just cross the line and get something on the board. There's cars behind him.
Also, I
cars
heard
in
Hulk
front.
say it was a 1 mile straight, so 1 kilometre straight. Nearly a 1 kilometre. By the way, not 1 mile.
Yeah, well, Jack, I think you messed it up coming out of the pits on the ultras. I told you to set your times, but Jack Tyler having a horrendous qualifying session. Well, thank you for giving us a lap on board. It was a lap from hell. But Abby Oden on the Inters. Yeah. Oh, he's starting a flying lap. This should be interesting. But thank you for joining us, Jack. You know, once you're in the garage, you're more than welcome to leave the party in a nice way.
Yeah. Thanks. Never again.
Oh dear. Hulk. Where's Abby Oden? There he is on the Inters. He's struggling. Oh, what a bad move.
Yeah, but I have a feeling this could be grid. I don't think anyone's going to improve as the rain keeps pouring.
Yeah, well, it's going to be 8 minutes of hell for us.
Yep, I'm not sure what the weather's like in the race, whether it's dry or just if it's similar conditions to what we have now. I'll be ordering on the intermediate tyres. I'm not sure what the time's going to be like compared to the slick tyres. I would expect it to be slower, as well, it's now going to be a lot slower. You completely missed the corner.
And Hulk, Abby Oden in the gravel trap. Oh, last week's winner. Not happy with a Williams, but you know, if you win the race by the margin that he did, you know, with a performance that he put in, you know, you deserve the Williams. You know, you make your bed, you lie in it. And Abby Oden, oh dear, it's just a bad quali for him. I don't know why he went in for Inters. It's a brave move gone wrong, and Jack Tyler is out. He's out of qualifying. I don't know if we've had an impact on his qualifying session, Hulk. You know, we brought him in to do a job and it's just not gone to plan.
Nope, there has been a poor session for the moment, and currently your pole setter is Mr. Grumpy in the Red Bull, who's back out on the ultra softs trying to set another lap. Got a lot of traffic in the way.
Yeah, JP Greenwood getting out of the way there for a Red Bull, so I don't know if that's Mr. Grumpy who's come back out on ultra soft, so thinking he can better his lap time. That's quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether he is improving or not. I'll have to have a look at the sector times. He's a couple of tenths down on the first sector, but still room to improve depending on if the conditions allow it.
He looks like he's finding a bit of grip out there, but I don't know if it's going to be quite as quick enough.
No, well, he has improved by a tenth in the middle sector, so he has a good final sector. He could improve his time slightly, but it does show that his lap isn't quite unbeatable. People can put in some decent times.
Yellows in sector 3. I wonder if that's going to have an impact on Grumpy. No, he'll be fine on the braking zone. You can just see in the background, got a few puddles, a few rivers forming here, Hulk. You know, when you go on a river, you know, you can definitely aquaplane off in these really, really tough conditions. But here we go, Grumpy to the line, DRS wide open. Can he better his lap time? You bet he can.
He does it by 4 tenths, I believe.
Unbelievable from Grumps.
He's now got a comfortable lead at the top of this qualifying session.
Oh, I think Tom might be on a flying lap. He's just, there's traffic in the way. I don't know if Tom's is on a flying lap. Oh, it looks really dodgy out there.
Yeah, I think he might have been on a flying lap, but certainly interrupted by Little Bottom and Toro Rosso there. I'm sure he won't be happy about that.
Yeah, but Warren Haig in 6th place, you know, a man looking to upturn his fortunes. Got a great podium last week out in the FP League. You know, what can he do here, Hulk?
Well, we're about to find out as he heads down toward the DRS straight. The DRS is still active and in condition, so if you want to improve on that 6th place that he currently occupies, whether he manages to do so, we're about to find out. We're hoping he has some better fortune in the race and push on for his championship push.
Yeah, and track conditions are, well, track temperatures at 24 degrees, but what can Haig do? What can Haig do? He can't do nothing. He can't, only
He improves his
grumpy.
time, but not his position.
No. Juho Finn in 7th, so it's a good position for him to be on the soft tyres, so good qualifying for him so far, but yeah, I don't know if we've got any of the front runners out there on that. What, Uguzine? No, he doesn't, I don't even want to go on board with him, you know, or I can't even look at him. We'll stay on board with Juho Finn then, Hulk, unless if you can see anybody else out there.
I don't think anyone on a particularly quick lap at the moment that I can see.
What, Lickle Blocks?
No, he's definitely not on a particularly quick lap. He's just ran completely wide at the final corner.
So Juho Finn is on the soft tyres, looking to find some more grip. I think I don't know if anybody's popped themselves up there. Frome's in 3rd, AMS 2nd, so Grumpy is on pole by 1.1 seconds, which is a great margin. But can Juho Finn provide a response in the Mercedes, arguably the best car around this circuit?
Yeah, that's very true. He's not usually up in this position in qualifying. He's a solid but steady racer usually, keeps out of the barriers and scores some decent points when the opportunity arises, but he's seems to be enjoying these conditions on the soft tyres. The best of the soft tyre runners at the moment, and the soft tyre is the quicker race tyre.
Yeah, and here we go, Juho Finn across the final corner. Look at that, oh, he just had to catch it. It was a brilliant catch, but he doesn't better his lap time. I know that Francis is out there. Somebody has said Francis is going well. Here he is round the final corner in the McLaren on the softer tyre compound. He goes 10th. Oh, not good enough, not good enough. What about Abby Oden in the pits? Oh, it's awful qualifying. Kingdom Martin hasn't managed to set a lap time. Here we go. In the Scuderia Ferrari goes 7th, so he's improved. He's found some grip out there. There must be another driver out there. Is Lickle going for another one?
Yeah, Tom's about to cross the line on the super soft ultra soft tyres. He goes 2nd.
That's a brilliant lap time from Tom in the Force India. Yeah, so a lot of people opt to stay in the garage, so people haven't really got faith in these track conditions at the moment. And Lickle Blocks definitely hasn't.
No, I think there's a few drivers who will be wanting to get out. Oh, Lickle Blocks is just crashing at the pit lane.
Yeah, cold tyres, cold brakes, yeah, cold heart, cold brain, just, yeah, very cold car. Waco's out there. I wonder if he's on the flying lap. He should be. Currently 9th in the Sauber. You know, Waco did manage to finish 5th last week. You know, we did slate him in qualifying, but this is a man who will not give up. He will not lie down, and he goes 5th. That's a brilliant lap time in the Sauber on the ultra soft tyres. And now I just wonder who else is out there. Surely Flying Frome. No, he's Flying Frome starting a lap. Hulk, is there anybody else out there who could, you know?
I think Mr. Grumpy is. I'm not sure if he's on a lap or whether this is his out lap.
We'll stay with Frome for the time being. Oh, trying his best. Look at that, struggling with oversteering the Haas. He's got loads of ERS at his disposal, so Frome currently 4th. It's a good position to be in, but look at that, he's absolutely sliding around every corner. Bizarre qualifying conditions here at Shanghai. In the polluted air of Shanghai, may I add, so drivers' visibility will be impacted slightly, won't it, Hulk? You know, you've got the clouds, you've got the polluted air, you know, drivers won't be able to see, you know, in these tricky conditions.
Well, I think it's slightly outside the city centre, so you're probably a bit better than if you were inside the metropolis.
Yeah, and we're staying on board with Throne here. Look at that, a blue and gold helmet. I don't know if I agree with that, but here we go. Flying Throne, can he have a shout in this session? He'll be the first man, I think, to complete a lap time.
Well, not the first of the session, but the first of these. The he's going to be the first one after the check flag drops. It looks like a solid time. Not sure if he's going to be good enough for pole, but we're about to find out.
And Mariah Carey waves the checkered flag at the end of qualifying, and Throne goes second. Who else is out there? Oogie Azim is out there. What about Juho Finn? Juho Finn's off. Oh, I don't know who else is close to the line. Hulk. What about Grumpy?
Grumpy's the next one. He's the next one to finish lap. I'm not sure, is he going to improve? It's already a solid time. I think it is going to improve. Yeah, 1:41 dead.
Unbelievable. What about Francis? Francis is coming around. Oh, he's struggling, and he cannot improve. What about Oogie Azim coming around the final corner here, Hulk?
Yeah, let's see, will he improve on his lap time? It doesn't look like, well, he might improve the time, but didn't improve the position.
Abby Odin on the intermediate, so yeah. Oh dear, Hulk.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the right decision. Wasn't nearly wet enough for him.
And Mr. Grumpy on pole position by 9, dominance. Abby Odin, I think, has put it 14th on the grid, 13th, so he's going to have a tricky race. Nice helmet design in the Williams, but
yeah, it's a bit generic. But...
oh, look at you firing a few shots. Do you want to take us through the qualifying grid order here?
Yeah, so Mr. Grumpy gets his first pole position of the season, flying form in second in the Haas there, Tom in Force India in third, EMS, fourth Wacko, fifth Oogie Azim in sixth, with Robin Haig in seventh place, and Kingdom Martin the first of the soft tyre runners in eighth position, Duo Finn ninth, and Little Lux rounds up the top 10, also on soft tyres, Riazal Francis in 11th in the McLaren, Ash Best at the poor qualifying session from him, soft tyres only 12th, Abby Odin 13th in the intermediate, Jiffy Greenwood the last one to set a time, with Jack Tyler failing to cross the line.
Yeah, so I don't know what conditions are going to be like for the race. I think it's going to be dry. Well, it's a bit overcast, isn't it? I just wonder if they've got the formation lap on as well, you know. This is a nervy time for these drivers, isn't it? They've got to warm their tyres up, you know. It's not the easiest of first laps, is it? That first complex of corners are very tricky, aren't they? The never-ending right-hander.
Yeah, you will see cars go side by side, taking different lines to there, trying to get past whoever they can. Can cause incidents as well as people trying to close in between gaps which aren't really there.
Okay, and we've got a message from Haig's pit garage. I believe Haig is in the Force India, and they are saying rain is predicted in the middle stages of the race, so the third and fourth blocks. So here we go, the formation lap is underway, and looking at Grumpy Lee Line putting a lot of rubber down, isn't he? Oh my goodness, he even had a kick of the gravel, kick of the dirt, you know.
Yeah, let's see how he takes formation lap. Will it be a particularly quick one, or will he be holding the pack up as much as possible?
Yeah, you just don't know with people like Grumpy, you know. He's
the
not been on
he's
pole
had
position.
in a couple of times in F4, but I'm not sure if he's had it very often in this division.
No, but he's got a good starting car, I reckon, you know. He should be alright off the line. Frame will not be letting go of Grumpy, so Grumpy may have to stop twice tonight. Kingdom Martin on the softs should have a good race. I mean, outside the top 10, you've got VSR Francis on a medium, so very alternate strategy from him. That's nice to see. Ash Best out there as well. Abby Odin, JP Greenwood, Jack Tyler, all electing for the soft tyres, looking to make one pit stop only. So Juho Finn in 9th on the ultra softs could be, you know, slightly vulnerable at the start, as will Haig and Oogie. Hulk, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure the people that are on the Ultrasofts, starting on them, will be hoping that the rain arrives as soon as possible, because otherwise it really throws the advantage towards those on the alternate strategy. So we don't know when the rain will arrive, just that it will arrive at some point, it appears.
Yeah, and we're hearing that in Hague's radio, rain will arrive in any moment now. So according to the Force India team at Hague, rain could be arriving very, very shortly. So Vijay Mallya, seeing something that we can't see at this present moment. So Mr. Grumpy is going to line up on the grid. So Jack Tyler will be the last man to line up, and he's even overtaking JP Greenwood, showing him, what he could be expecting on the first lap. And look at that, they're all lining up on the grid. Juho Finn and Kingdom Martin are already there for being naughty. And there you go, Mr. Grumpy gets into position. VSR France is really backing it up, really cooling down people's tyres out there, so there will be people with cold tyres, and as they all line up, Jack Tyler, the last man to line up on the grid. But it is Mr. Grumpy who's on pole position here with Flying Frame alongside him. We're waiting for the lights to get underway. And we're away in Shanghai. It's a good start from Frome. Grumpy gets away all right. The Force India's got away well. There of Tom. Will he go down the inside of Grumpy? No, Grumpy swoops through. Frome's had a poor start. He's under attack from Wacko. And I believe Wacko's going to hold it around the outside. Frome has to leave in space. And, he's holding it around the outside with his grip. There's no carnage in the background. Jack Tyler's made a good start. But here we go. Oh, is that Frome trying to come back? No, AMS making a move around the outside. But who's that? There's a Williams. There's a Williams here. Is Oogie Azim? Is he trying to mangle into the affairs here, Hulk? Look at that side-by-side action between Frome and AMS over 4th and 5th. And what a move. But Oogie Azim facing the wrong way around, Hulk. Look at him. Awful.
Yeah, but he had a very good start, but it's all gone to pot after halfway through the lap as he drops all the way down to the back of the field. He's a good 4 seconds behind Jack Tyler, who's the next car that he will meet. Up front, it was a good launch from Flying Foam, but a poor second phase, and he ended up dropping down from second all the way down to 5th position. It was a solid getaway from Mr. Grumpy as well, and Tom in the Force India and Wacko in the Sauber, both managing to gain places.
Hulk, there's a Renault off in the background. That's Jack Tyler. So I don't know if anybody is threatening down the straight. VSR Francis maybe having a look. No, is that Ash Best? Ash Best down the inside of Abby Oden. Oh, these two know each other very well in the F1 league. Now they're battling over 11th and 12th. They know what it feels like to be me, struggling at the back of the grid. Except they're in performance cars, so good racing between those two. The yellow flag's out there, and Jack Tyler is out of the race. Oh, disastrous qualifying. Safety car. The safety car's out. The safety car is out. It works. This is documented evidence. The safety car works. Oh, this could definitely throw a spanner in the works in terms of strategy. And Uzi Azim overtaking the safety car. Did Jack Tyler leave the session, by the way?
I didn't see it. It shouldn't really matter whether he does or not. There's no slip swingage in this game. But yeah, the safety car, first time we've seen it this season, I believe. Had a couple of virtual safety cars in the performance race last week. But it's the first time we've seen the full safety car on the grid. I'm not sure whether anyone on the... Oh, start the rain.
Oh, this could throw a spanner into the works. Now you've got to decide. Do you go early onto the intermediate tyres and, get effectively a free pit stop? I mean, if you're on the ultra soft tyres, you've got to think here. Do you stand those tyres? If it's raining, probably do. But if you're at the back, if you're an Oogie Azim, if you're a driver in the Williams, do you take a risk? Yes, you do.
Depends how heavy is it raining, how quickly is the track gonna become wet conditions. I'm not sure, it's still far too early to go onto the wet tyres at the moment, but a few laps behind the safety car, that could all change.
Yeah, and I'm just looking here at Francis. If you're on tyres here, you know, medium tyres aren't bad tyres to drive in these conditions. You know, they do, you know, really like these types of conditions.
Mr. Grumpy's in the pits, as is Wacko. So everyone on the up has decided, well, most people on the up have decided that they're going into the pits. What tyres are they going on to?
Hayes got a stop-go penalty. So
yeah, I
Hayes
saw that.
speeding in the pit lane. People are going onto the yellow. This is strange. It's raining and people are coming in.
Yeah, for dry tyres, it's still obviously a very long way away from it being wet tyres, and it looks like EMS has jumped Mr. Grumpy in the pits. He's up to the effective race lead after everyone will make their stop.
I don't know, Hulk, if it is called effective race lead, because if it does get wet enough, people go straight onto the inters, so they're effectively giving up positions.
That's true, and EMS has gone into the medium tyres. That's an interesting call.
So, look at that, drivers making decisions, you know. I don't know what I would have done in these conditions, Hulk. I think I probably would have come in just to be on the safe side, a conservative driver, you know, and you're also very conservative, aren't you, Hulk? You know, a hard Brexit. No, I'm kidding.
No, I think that's JP, isn't it? But no, I think I would have stayed out, even on the ultra soft tyres, because you're going to spend a few laps behind the safety car, and the rain's just going to keep coming down. Or at least believe it's going to keep coming down, so you might as well save the tyres behind the safety car, and then hope that the rain...
Oh, Ashbest has spun under the safety car. A rookie mistake from the former PSGL F1 champion Ashbest. Oh, he's made a mistake and he can't claim his position back. He's lost it and he's in 9th. Oh, he was running in 5th. Spins under the safety car. And oh, we're not going to let him forget about this one. He listens to the streams. Ashbest will be fuming. I wonder if he's going to come into the pit lane now to show his anger. Oh, it's AMS and Grumpy having a little tussle.
Yeah, I think AMS just dropped back behind. I don't think there was any spin, but I think Wacko has jumped for both of them.
Ashbest is in. He's had enough. He's angry. Warren Haig is in. So Haig thinking he can serve his 5-second stop go. I don't think so, Haig. I don't think so. I don't think you can under the safety car, can you?
I don't think you should be able to, but I think we're going to find out. Can you?
No.
Yeah. Oh, no, you can't. So. One who won't be happy about that, I don't think.
On the medium, and look at that, Ashbest actually lost a wing, so he had to get a repair done. So Ashbest struggling in these conditions, Hulk.
Yeah, one here gone to the medium tyres. It's an interesting call. Does he believe that the rain's going to stop and he's going for a longer strategy?
It's an interesting decision. Is it a passing shower? I don't know, but we've got people excited in the comment section. Game Freak, Ian Simcox, they're all excited. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We've also got Voids in the chat as well. So Voids tuning in to watch good friend Little Blocks here tonight.
Yeah, I was saying before that Wacko has jumped both AMS and Mr. Grumpy, and if it wasn't for the soft tyre runners ahead of him and Tom, then he would be. Well, I suppose you're right, you can't really call the provisional, so the effective race lead, but he's jumped both of the former leaders anyway.
No, he definitely has, and Hulk, you know, safety car could be coming in at the end of this lap, and if it does, tyre temperatures will play a difference because, you know, in these conditions, it is coming in these conditions, Hulk. People are going to struggle to warm up their tyres. Wacko, look at him, he's weaving in the background. You've got that Williams there in 9th for Abbey Oden, weaving, trying to generate as much tyre temperature as possible. But here we go, Little Blocks, hot on the heels of Tom AJ. Tom knows he's vulnerable at the safety car reset. When will he decide to bolt? Little Blocks here keeping a close eyes on the affairs. He's
keep an eye on EMS on the medium tyres.
We will
struggle to get them warmed up.
We will, but here we go, look at that. Little Blocks waiting for Tom to bounce, and Tom does at the exit of the chicane. A good place to do it. He just has to slow down. Oh, that is strange. He goes straight into the pits. Oh, is it wet? Is it intermediate conditions? Look at that, everybody's struggling around the final corner. Oh, they're all having issues. There's cars flying off everywhere. Into the pits goes Tom. There's yellow flags out there as well. I'm sure there's
Mr.
spinners.
Grumpy's looking around the outside of AMS.
Oh, are they going to collide? There's going to be a lot of understeer there. I just knew it. I knew it. They're all off. They're all off. Oh, there's 4, 5, 6 cars spinning around. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, it's too wet.
Is it too wet? I think it is too wet. I think Tom's going to meet the intermediate tyres.
Oh, it could be a race-winning move. Who else is that? Oogie Azim really struggling. What about JP Greenwood? Oh, he's wrenching it around. Look at that. Oh, the yellow flags. Who is it? Who is it? Oogie Azim. Oh, disastrous. This man cannot do anything right with a car. A dreadful, dreadful showing from Oogie Azim. Kingdom Martin looking pretty racy at the start. You know, are their tyres just cold? Is it too wet? Is it too wet? Oh,
I think it's definitely too wet at this point. I think, although we'll have to keep an eye on the likes of Tom, who've gone on to the intermediate tyres.
Tom's flying. Tom is flying. He's 3 seconds behind JP Greenwood. He is chewing time out of every single corner. And Kingdom Martin is struggling. Abby Oden in the Williams doing really well. Let's go on board with Tom. Here we go. Behind JP Greenwood. JP struggling. Tom trying to make a move around the outside. This is a risky place to do it. And is he going to do it? Yes, he is. And JP, oh, he's struggling out there. Tom absolutely flying. He's going to be on the back of AMS very shortly. But Abby Oden here in the Williams. Is he going to make an assault here on Kingdom Martin? Here we go with ERS. He's got loads of deployment down the inside. A lot of power, a lot of horsepower in the back of that Williams. The move is going to be done. But I'm going to have to go back to Ashfest. No. Oh, he does. Oh, brilliant braking there. Kingdom Martin gets it a little bit wrong. Mr. Grumpy in 5th. Oh, he might be ruining his decision. Walker absolutely struggling as well.
Yes.
But Tom.
Still not going into the pits.
Look at Tom. He's absolutely flying on the inters. A brave man.
Yeah, Mr. Grumpy has decided that it's time for intermediates as well, I think. He's into the pits along with Kingdom Martin and Wacko and Ashbest. Everyone apart from the top 4 have decided it's time for intermediate tyres.
Abby Oden's looking really good in these conditions. Yellow flags are out there. I wonder who for.
It's Oogie again.
Is it? Let's have a look at him. Embarrassing. Can't even get into the pit lane. Oh, awful from Oogie Azim. A broken driver, a broken man. And Flying Frame, who did make a pit stop early, will come out in front of Ashbest. Kingdom Martin doing well. Mr. Grumpy's been held in the pit lane. Not a good position for him. But Tom, look at Tom.
Yep.
Hulk.
Yeah, Grumpy's had no luck in the pits at the moment, but Tom played an absolute masterstroke. He's up to 4th position just from waiting on those ultra soft tyres until the safety car comes in and then pitting for the intermediate tyres when the time was right. He's already caught up to the leaders and he's probably going to overtake them quite quickly before they even come in for the pit stop.
Yeah, it depends. Could this be a short range stint? Even so, you know, Tom could just stick on the mediums and go to the end. You know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a short range stint at this point. The dry tyres have just got no pace whatsoever.
And look at that, he's up into 3rd.
This right hander.
He's up into 3rd, he's up into 2nd. Oh, fantastic here, Hulk, isn't he?
Yeah, an absolute brilliant tactical play from Tom there.
Abby Oden looked really good on the brakes, doesn't he? And look at that. Francis struggling for grip. So Tom doing a great job. Kingdom Martin here. Is he going to attack Hayes down the straight? Hayes got a lot of horsepower in the back of that Force India, so should be able to defend this. Yes, he looks comfortable. What about Ashbest on Flying Frome? Flying Frome, look at that, he's struggling. Ashbest will go for a dive bomb. If he senses an opportunity to overtake, he will. And a lot of respect shown there from Frome. But Frome trying to keep it around the outside. No, he cannot. And there's more yellows out there. Who is it? Who is it, Hulk? Is it Oogie Azim? No.
No, I didn't see what the yellow flags before this time.
So Tom's taking the lead. Brilliant.
He has, and the other leaders haven't bothered to change tyres. They must be banking on this rain stopping rather sharp, as otherwise they're going to get caught up by pretty much everyone behind them.
So Grumpy's also made a move there on Frome. So Grumpy, the pole sitter, he's got his work cut out tonight, and I think it's unfortunate for Grumpy. You know, they're not conditions you want to race in when you get pole. But He's got to
I
drive
think
to the
really he
best
just
of his
had no
ability.
luck in the pit stops. He was held up in the first pit stop and lost 2 positions, and I think he was held up again and dropped very far back.
Yeah, and now
He's
he's
stuck
got
behind
to...
Ash Best. He's a tough driver to get past, obviously.
And Game Freaker is saying Grumpy has quite bottled his car advantage. Would you agree with that, or do you think Grumpy has just been unlucky? Or a bit of
Well,
both?
I think it's mostly bad luck, although he did have that spin over the contact after the safety car came in. But he is right behind Ash Best now, and it looks like he could be making a move down this long back straight.
I don't think Ash Best has forgotten for one moment the battles that Grumpy gave him last season. Ash Best will go right to the defensive. He will not make it easy for this man. Yellow flags are out there. I don't know who for. Juho Finn struggling there on those tyres, so we are seeing battles up front as well. But look at that, Grumpy trying around the outside. Will Ash Best force him wide? Or tries to. Grumpy trying to keep it around the inside here for this corner. And look at that. Oh, fair racing between the pair of them. Grumpy's got to get right back into the slipstream. He used the overtake. He's got to use the overtake. Ash Best defending for his life, and no, Grumpy cannot find a way past. Has to slot him behind, but look at that, Juho Finn veering back onto the circuit. Oh, this could provide an opportunity, and oh, Grumpy's come out of nowhere.
Yeah, how's
this
got
could
past
help him.
there? Oh, he hasn't got past him yet, but
This could
Finn's
help.
in the way there. Yeah, this might allow Mr. Grumpy to have a look around the outside of turn 4, I think it is. See, dives down the outside. He's gonna that exit, swoops back to the inside, slide the contact there, more contact. You can't have a look on the outside here, surely, without flying up the circuit, but he's going to have a go. And he has to back out of it, really.
That's a fantastic battle, and meanwhile, Waco's up into third, so he's made up a load of positions. Oh, what's happening up front here? What's happening up front? Look at that, France is struggling. He's been mugged. He's been mugged, and Abby Oden now being mugged from all directions. So Haig having a piece of the party. But what
It's still on
about...
the dry tyres.
I don't know why, but here we go. Mr. Grumpy, Ash Best. Look at that Grumpy down the inside of Ash Best. Oh, but Francis on those tyres is struggling. Oh, this could get messy.
Tom's in, I think it's dried up, and I think Tom's in. I think it's been changed onto the dry tyres again now.
Yeah, it does look dry. Here we go. Ash Best, Grumpy, and VSR Francis is free wide. Oh dear, who's going to have the balls? And Mr. Grumpy into the side of Abby Oden. Oh, I hope he hasn't lost an end plate in all of that. And VSR Francis absolutely struggling. It's an absolute scramble. Oh dear, people aren't pitting yet. Oh yes they are, yes they are. Look at that, Waco's in. Tom's coming for mediums, and he's merged in the race lead. What a phenomenal call. And Warren Haig stays out. Oh, that's risky, isn't it? But Waco is in. Mr. Grumpy in. He's lost another position in the pit lane. Oh,
he's got no luck in the pit lane.
A nightmare for Mr. Grumpy, the man who was highly tipped to win the race, and he's back out behind Ash Best. It honestly is like the M25 at rush hour down in the pit lane.
He must be hitting at his pit crew's being blind to let everyone past him.
Yeah, but Mr. Grumpy on the soft, so meanwhile, while the lights of Ash Best are going to the end on the mediums, Mr. Grumpy will have to make another pit stop.
Yep, and presumably that is it for the rain. And yeah, Tom has played the strategy to perfection. He's out in the lead and he's got a comfortable... well, I don't think Francis will be on those tyres, he'll struggle, he's have to pit. So he's got a comfortable 18-second gap really over the next car. That doesn't have to stop again.
Yeah, it's a very good move. I think the person who would have, if he pitted a lap early and did a lap under the safety car on those inters, he could be even further in front. But that's nitpicking. He made a move, ballsy, and it's paid off. There we go, Mr. Grumpy making a move on Ash Best, and sweet as you like. I wonder if Ash Best will come back at him. Ash usually does run a car with a lot of power here, Holt. Let's see what happens.
Yep, putting doing the DRS, but Ash has the slipstream and he's in, overtaking over, so is Mr. Grumpy, but that's a lot of straight line speed on that Toro Rosso. He dives down inside, not giving Grumpy much space there on the exit.
Oh, what a move around the outside from Mr. Grumpy. Oh, that is phenomenal racing. But will he come back here? He's got the overtake mode. He wants it as Ash, but he realises he can't, he ain't got the grip. No, he gives that one up. A fighter, isn't he, as Ash best, but great overtake from Grumpy, but a long way for him to go if he wants to get anything out of this race. But meanwhile, are we seeing any other battles out on track? No.
Look, the V and the PSGL there caused a lot of field to spread out. The massive variation in strategy that we've had. We're only 10 laps into the race. It feels like it's been going on for a long time. Very exciting opening.
It feels like it's been going on for centuries. We've got 20 viewers, so I'm going to say, you know, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Oh, fucking hell. But,
always professional, aren't you? Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say, mate. I don't think much else is going on at the moment. We're on board with Warren Haig under pressure from AMS.
He's on the back of Warren Haig's AMS on the same tyres.
And let's talk about AMS for a second. You know, the consistent driver, former FP champion, was in the running last season for a title. You know, respected driver on the site, a race steward, a great ambassador. But he was the driver coach for Twanny Boyd Jr., who is no longer with us on the PSGL site due to some really, really agricultural driving. So, you know, will AMS be in a bad place today? You know, failing to score points in F1, always known for being Mr. Consistent. Is this a low point for him, running in 10th? You know, he'll be absolutely frustrated, won't he?
He had a decent qualifying position as well. He had a good start, but yeah, he got caught out with the weather really, and now he has to try and build his race back up again. I'm sure he wants to be challenging for the FP title once more. He was the FP champion a couple of seasons ago. He obviously wouldn't mind having that again. But yeah, I think he just has to keep his head down and try and score as many points as he can today. He has been quite unlucky with the win, but that's how it is. Everyone has to deal with it as best they can.
And Hulk Grumpy meanwhile catching onto Kingdom Martin, so we'll keep an eye on both AMS and Haig, and also Grumpy and Kingdom Martin, because I think this battle could get quite tasty. You know, Grumpy's got the far better tyres. Can he make a move on Martin? You know, he will need to make some progress to make his strategy work here tonight. Grumps, you know, it's not ideal for him. And look at that, he's running low on ERS. It's not going to work. We're going to have to go on board with AMS now, trying to attack Warren Haig. So Haig knows that AMS is behind him, and Haig's a driver. You know, if he can put the knife into someone's back, he will. You know, Haig is a driver who races for himself. He's not out there to race for others. You know, he will fight tooth and nail for, you know, every last ounce of racetrack. Wacko's struggling.
He is, and that's Salva on the medium tyre, and Kingdom Martin is looking up the inside of turn 1, and now, is this turn 2? I get confused with all these really long sweeping corners. Yeah, he's practically pushing Wacko around it. Yeah, he's really struggling on those medium tyres. He's going to have a look at the inside, or the outside of this corner.
Yes.
Brake late.
Good move. What about Grumpy? Grumpy's going to get traction out of the corner. He's going to go around the outside of Wacko. He's on better tyres. Will Wacko understand that? Yes, he does. Oh, phenomenal move there from Grumpy. Now he's got to get to Kingdom Martin. So Wacko, you know, struggling on those mediums, but I think Wacko knows he can make his tyres last. He's got a longer race, a different strategy at play. But you know, Grumpy hasn't got much ERS left. He needs to make that move on Kingdom Martin ASAP. He's got the grip around here. He just needs to perfect the line. Look at that, sweeping it around the corner. Can he get the traction down? Kingdom Martin a little bit more controlled, but I think Grumpy's got a little bit more power out of the corner. He's got to go into overtake. He's in high, and he's going to open the DRS. High is not good enough, Grumps. High is not good enough, but you're running out of ERS. And oh no, Grumpy's got to make a decision. He's got to make a move or recharge his ERS because this is not going to work.
Yeah, but he's trying to do both, and it's not really going to pay off. So unless Kingdom Martin makes a mistake, and he's been put under a lot of pressure at the moment, he's slightly wide in the final corner. Going to let DRS down the pit straight. He's going to have a look at the
Come
outside,
on, Grumps,
the inside.
push it up, push up the power. Oh, he's going to try around the outside. And oh, sweeping under. Oh, it's going to be a phenomenal move from one of the most experienced drivers ever to grace this league, the most experienced ever. And oh, look at that Kingdom Martin trying to open up the angle of the steering. And he can't. And Grumpy holding it around the outside. This is phenomenal racing between this pair. And Mr. Grumpy, oh, there's contact. Kingdom Martin, oh, he's onto the grass. And Grumpy gives him a love kiss on the way. And JP Greenwood is out. Oh, getting in.
It's his second DF in as many races.
Oh, Abby Odin's out. Oh, frustration. And Udi Azim, 23 seconds down the road and move up to 12th. So we're going to go back on board with AMS, but do get JP in there. So a lot happening at this stage.
Yeah, we've had 3 retirements all of a sudden. Went up from 1 to 3. It was about 30 seconds, and yeah, Mr. Grumpy's still not out of the question that he could get on the podium if he's, although he does have to make another stop, obviously.
Yeah, and while I'm looking here, AMS is making inroads on Warren Hayes. Both these drivers on the medium tyres, both of them due to go to the end, so Warren Hayes will not be taking any bullshit whatsoever this race. AMS, meanwhile, will want to make a move, you know. AMS KIR, as he's called on Twitter, you know, building up his reputation on the site, you know, a highly respected driver against Warren Haig, an old driver, another respected driver. So both of these drivers, you know, will know, you know, what it takes to leave here with something. So they might not trip over themselves, but they will battle hard if the opportunity presents itself. And I think AMS knows he's faster.
Yeah, definitely looks faster. Well, he's losing the back end slightly on the exit of that corner. He's not really going to have any chances to overtake until the DRS straight, really, unless Warren Hay makes a mistake. Oh, dropped down 1 gear too many there, AMS. I think he's sliding all over the place now.
Yeah, and Ash Best is onto the back of Wacko, so that could be an interesting battle that could be emerging, because I think Haig's also running quicker than Wacko, so, you know, Wacko could create a bit of a train at this point of the race. You know, he might be chewing up those rears a bit more, but, you know, AMS just hasn't got the horsepower that
Haig has in that Force India Mercedes.
Yeah, Ash Best here, Hulk.
Yep. Is he going to have? Does he have the straight line speed to take Wacko? He's going to have the DRS to help him along, but he does have that Honda engine compared to Ferrari in the Sauber.
Yeah, I know Haig's run wide in the background as well, but oh, is he going to do it around the outside? No, Wacko holds it.
Very good exit from Akbest there. I think he's got the move done now. In the final corner, he has, and yeah, there's not really much Wacko.
Wacko's coming back. He's got the overtake, so Ash Best is vulnerable here around the outside. Will Wacko sweep it? No, he's trying it. But Ash Best will know where to pull out his car. Look at that, Wacko trying to hang on for dear life, and he can't. Phenomenal racing between the pair, and look at that, Haig now on the defensive. Look at that, he's protecting, he's nurturing. It's like a bear trying to protect its cubs. Hulk.
Yeah, AMS doing the complete opposite, driving the car on the ragged edge and pushing hard to try and overtake the Force India. I'm not sure where his best opportunity is down the pit straight. It doesn't seem like he has the power to make that happen.
No, he doesn't. And just to note, Hulk, Juho Finn running in fourth on the soft tyre, so he's got a pit stop to make. Currently running in front of Grumpy, you know. So points could potentially be on the offing for the likes of Juho Finn here tonight.
Yep, he had a very good race. He had a decent qualifying session as well. He was one of the drivers who didn't bother to pit when it started raining, which turned out to be a mistake, but it hasn't worked out that badly for him.
It hasn't.
I don't think he's made a pit stop at all this race.
He hasn't, but Warren Haig here under threat from AMS, who's in overtake mode. Ron Haig also in overtake, trying to defend. Ron Haig goes to the inside. AMS around the outside. Is he going to be better on the brakes? No, Haig goes deep, who protects that, but the up and under there from AMS and Haig. Oh, he's vulnerable and he's lost that position. Oh no, Haig with one failure on the brakes. He's got the DRS to come back. He's gone into hot lap mode. He does not want to give this one up. Haig absolutely fuming in the cockpit. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? It's Warren Haig. And my goodness me, what on earth was that? He's going for it. He's going for it. Hulk, look at that.
Yeah, AMS not leaving him any room to get through there. There's a good defensive driving from him. There's one here again. See him threatened into turn 1.
Oh, hey, down the inside. Oh, what an attempt there. Oh, he's putting on a show. But he gets a penalty. That doesn't matter though. Haig's put on a show there. That's what we came here to see. Oh, viewers are loving it. They're loving Haig. Absolutely.
Yeah, Mr. Gumpy's on the back of Duo Finn now. We were just talking about Duo Finn, but yeah, Mr. Gumpy on the back of him for 4th position.
Oh. Should be easy, shouldn't it?
Is he gonna? Yeah, I think through this long right-hander, I think he's gonna have it done.
Yeah, but Kingdom Martin's gonna get a good run, is he? No, he's not close enough. But it's a battle of the horsepower here. Oh, look at it.
Yep, the Mercedes and the Renault engines. I think Mr. Gumpy's got the better straight line speed with the DRS. Some very late braking from Kingdom Martin there. But yeah, Mr. Gumpy does have the move done. I don't think Duo Finn can really have too much of a look back at him.
So Kingdom Martin, look at that running off-road, on-road, you know, off-piste, you know, as some would call it, but yeah, good battling. I don't think it's over yet for Juho Finn, is it?
No, he's going to have to fight hard if he wants to keep hold of this 5th position, which would be one of the best positions we've seen him finishing in recent years.
Still got a pit stop to make, and look at that, I don't think he's going to be able to protect this position around the outside. Kingdom Martin drives cleanly around the outside, got more grip. Juho's tyres are gone, he should come into the pits, really, he should. He's absolutely vulnerable, but Haig not letting go of AMS. He doesn't want to let go.
He's fighting for that extra point that 9th position would bring, but I think AMS might just be a bit too quick in the McLaren at the moment.
Yeah, Haig's got penalties as well, so that will have an impact on his final result.
Yeah, and I wonder when Mr. Gumpy will think about making his pit stop, as he won't be able to make it to the end on those soft tyres, I can't imagine. Probably be thinking about it quite soon, because he's been on those soft tyres for about 10 laps or so now.
Yeah, I hope he does. So if you're watching the stream and you've got any questions for the commentators, let us know. There's not much action out there at the moment. Hulk, invite JP in if you haven't. Be interesting to hear his thoughts. So Ash Best now catching up to Juho Finn, the next on-track battle, and Juho Finn absolutely struggling. I don't think Ash Best is going to wait around. If he sees a car slipping and sliding, he will try and make sure he can dispatch that as soon as possible. So Juho Finn thinking he can make those tyres last. Well, I've got news for you, mate. You've got to come into the pits, because you're absolutely ruining your chances of scoring points. And look at that, Ash Best going down the inside. Oh, forces his way past Juho Finn. Oh, I thought Juho had the inside covered there, but there was a gap and Ash Best went for it. Good move, but I don't know if Juho's going to be angry at that. You know, is Juho going to be angry? Ash Best.
Well, you see there was room. I think Ash Best made sure there was room by just pushing the Mercedes out of the way. Yeah, not really much you can do to defend against that when your car just really shoves his way through like that.
Yeah.
Well, Lickle's going to have a look at VSR Francis now.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. No.
Yep, that's a move for 2nd place.
Yeah, beautiful move. If you guys missed it on screen, just pretend and imagine in your eyes that, you know, Torossa came down late, braked the McLaren and got through. So, yep, good move.
Francis still have to make a pit stop.
Roman Haig. Oh, Froome goes for the late break. Has he overcooked it? Haig definitely thinks so and gets that position back. So both these drivers have got a lot of battling to do. And I think Haig will learn from his mistakes there. No, he goes in. He's had enough. He's still got a 5-second stop go, bearing in mind Hulk.
Yeah, that's Haig's full stop. He only came into these tyres on lap 10, so I'm not sure exactly why he's making a pit stop.
Neither do I, Hulk, but it is what it is. Kingdom Martin not letting go of Grumpy, so Grumpy's tyres are starting to go now. Grumpy has got to make a decision. Do I go in or do I go down the same route as Juho Finn on those worn 16 lap old tyres?
Yep, Martin does have a penalty though, so this Grumpy doesn't have to fight too hard. Yeah, I think he will be coming in to make another stop on those soft tyres, probably going to another set of softs at the end. I don't think you can really get those to finish line at the moment.
Yeah, and Grumpy will know, very experienced driver. You know, he will know what it takes. And look at that Kingdom Martin coming down the inside, and I think Grumpy knows he's accepted defeat and will surely be coming in at the end of this lap. And Kingdom Martin another penalty and for corner cutting. Dear, oh dear. Oh! Mr. Grumpy!
That's a little dangerously there. He's Grumpy nearly ploughed into the back of the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Definitely wanted to waste more time getting into the pit lane.
Using all of his experience available, and he will be emerging back out into that final point scoring position. So a messy day for Mr. Grumpy, making so many stops. In fact, let's have a look at the amount of stops people have made here. 4 stops for Grumpy, 5 stops for Haig, 1 stop for Lickleblock. So yeah.
Yeah, but no stops for Francis at the moment. He will have to make one.
You're joking.
And he started on the medium tyre, still on them now. I hope he realises that he has to make a stop, because otherwise he will get disqualified.
I think that's what happens when you start on the mediums and you get all these safety cars that come out. You kind of shoot yourself in the foot. I think he should have known with the conditions for the race, you know, qualifying or starting on the mediums maybe wasn't the best idea, so he's definitely cocked that one up.
Yeah, and then out it's AMS on the back of Duo Finn.
Should be easy, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I expect it to be Duo Finn really struggling on those soft tyres. AMS for the DRS is already almost past. Yeah, there's not really. Yeah, Duo Finn can't defend at all.
Yeah, not an exciting second half of the race, but a good move. Now we've got 6 laps or 7 laps left, and I'm absolutely starving. And we had a safety car, and the race started late.
Yeah, well, Duo Finn he's in the pits now. That'll be another position for Mr. Grumpy, you expect. And probably another position for Haig. It's going to
be close.
Out of the points.
It's going to be close, Hulk, between Joe and Haig. It's going to be very close.
Duo had a 5-second penalty to serve.
Oh dear, Joe's. Yeah, Haig's got it then. In fact, Uyuzine and Joe's going to be tight. The Williams versus the Mercedes, best versus worst. Where is Juho? There he is.
Now.
Oh.
Yeah, Juho, he was up in the 4th place at one point. He was doing remarkably well.
And look at that, Oogie having a torrid time, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not enjoying that Williams. Can't really blame him to be fair, but he's drifting through that corner.
He hasn't helped himself to be fair.
See, I think AMS is now close to the back of Wacko. He might have DRS down this straight.
Yeah, we're just going to watch Juho Finn very quickly. Is AMS does it look like he's closing in? I know he's in DRS range.
Not enough.
Okay, we'll stay on board with this battle here with Juho and Oogie Azim. But Hulk, you know, Oogie you know, has he got the racecraft? Has he got the mental capacity to be able to compete at this level? You know, week in, week out, we see this man struggle. You know, good race, 5 bad ones. And look at that, being overtaken by Juho Finn, struggling around in 12th place at the bottom of the grid here in the FP League. But he's coming back,
He is, he's trying to prove you wrong. Is he going to have a dive down the inside? You know, things better of that. I don't think he really has the tyre life to hold on to 11th place.
We'll go on board with AMS then. Closing in on Wacko. You know, these two drivers know each other well in the PSGL F1 League. But surely they'll be content with the points that they're getting here, you know.
Well, maybe not, considering had such a good start. Wacko was up to 3rd, AMS was up to 2nd, because of they didn't play their cars right, so with the rain, and that dropped them down to 6th and 7th place.
Yeah, but when you've got people like Ash Best who've made it from the back of the grid to be running in 5th, you know, you've got to say it's a good drive from Ash.
Yeah, it's a good drive. He's done okay with the weather. I think he's only made 3 stops, which is about average, really. I think he's only made 2 stops. Yeah. So he's made a stop less than everyone else, which has helped him along the way.
Yeah, and I think Grumpy's going to have to leave this race with, you know, 9th. Francis is finally in it. It'll be interesting to see where he feeds back out.
I think he might drop. He won't drop behind Grumpy, but it might be. Yeah, he's behind.
It's going to be close. No, it won't be. So Frome's in 7th, but you do worry for Frome now. You know, you've got 2 drivers on quick tyres behind him. Although Grumpy's a 6-lap old soft, so it's not particularly great.
Not that old, are they? They shouldn't be that old.
They are. I think he didn't have another set left.
Yeah, well, not the freshest then. We have Francis on the ultra soft tyres, so he'll definitely be fast. Over how long, I don't know. Those tyres do wear out fairly quickly.
Yeah, we'll go on board with him in a moment, but AMS not giving up on 5th, you know, a hungry man, you know, this man's looking to feast on drivers like Wacko, you know, this man hasn't had his dinner yet, you know, looking to feast on the back of Manisha, Kaltenborn, Sauber. But here we go, down the straight. Has that McLaren got horsepower? He's definitely got overtake mode. Wacko's definitely saving his ERS. Wacko weaving down the straight slightly to try and break the toe, and AMS knows he's got himself into the head of Wacko. You know, mind games on circuit here, Hulk. You know all about mind games.
I'd say you'd know a lot more about them than I do.
Yeah.
No, AMS is doing quite well. He's not going to. I don't think he's close enough to have a look at the inside or the outside of turn 1. But as Mr. Going to pick up the penalty there. If he sticks at this distance, he should be easily passed on the DRS straight though. If not before, depending on if he gets a decent exit compared to Wacko here.
Yeah, I think Francis could join the party soon, and Wacko. I think Wacko needs to start ramping up the defence. Oh, an amateur mistake, and Wacko loses that position. Well, he's got the ERS. He's got the ERS. Why on earth is he in mode 1? You got to get yourself up the modes and get that position back. You don't lock up and just leave it in mode 1. What on earth is he doing? What on earth is he doing, Hulk?
Well, losing position, it seems. He might be vulnerable to Francis behind him now. He runs slightly wide. He should still be just about within the DRS range. Down this long back straight, he's not going to be able to have a look back at AMS. I think that's 5th place gone for him now.
One mistake and AMS feasts on Wacko, and Wacko, yeah, not going well. And rain in 10 minutes according to Haig, so I don't know how on earth he's managed to type that into the chat.
Well, he's not really busy, is he? He's quite far ahead of everyone there. He's not really in trouble. just solitary driving 10th place.
Yeah. Francis is on the back of Flying Frame, so this is going to get exciting. Chrome on 16 lap warm mediums, and VSR Francis on fresh ultra softs. And up front, AMS I think had a little bit of a moment. So Wacko coming back at AMS, hearing the criticisms, but look at this. We're seeing a party of the McLarens, and Francis, he could get fifth here. He could, if he can make some moves in this latter part of the race. He's got to do it around the outside here with Frome. And what a move, phenomenal, uses the grip. Next up is Wacko. This is going to be exciting, isn't it? To the end of the race.
It should be a battle to the end here. I'm not sure how, I think those Ultrasoft should hold on fairly well to the end of the race now.
Yeah, if I was AMS, I would keep Wacko in my DRS. If AMS kept Wacko in the DRS, he could use Wacko to defend from Francis. And look at that, Francis gets a 3-second time penalty. Oh dear. Look at that, Wacko's got no grip at all. Oh, a sitting duck down here. Surely Wacko's going to have to defend this one. He's in mode 4.
He's trying. I'm not sure there's much he can do.
Francis is going for a dive bomb. He's going for a dive bomb, Hulk. I just know it.
You're not wrong, but Wacko closes the door very early. He's completely entitled to do that, really. And Francis could fly at the back and wonder if he got any damage from that.
Doesn't look like it. Wacko gets a penalty as well. Wacko's unhappy. He's going for the overtake. I think he's going to make the move. He's unhappy. He is unhappy. And Wacko, oh, he's not going to like that. He's surely going to cut down the inside here. Surely. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, the frustration there. But VSR Francis knows he's got away with one. If he dive bomb like that against me, I'd send him to Narnia.
Well, Wacko tried that. He did close the door. Francis got lucky that he wasn't spun round.
And Haig did say he typed on the straight, so Haig having the time of his life out there in 10th, But VSR Francis has got AMS up the road. And what will AMS do? Come on, we don't see AMS get the elbows out that often. Surely AMS will tonight. He's got.
Will Francis give him a choice in that? If he tries such an audacious move as he did last lap, then maybe AMS will close the door. Maybe Francis won't get lucky twice. We're about to find out. It looks, he's going to struggle to get past down the straight. Really, he's running wide as well.
Wacko's coming. Wacko's coming. He's not in DRS, I don't think, Francis, but Wacko has got the overtake mode enabled. Oh, Francis, better watch out here, Wacko. I think he fancies it. Francis's ultras are dying. Oh, look at that, he's come back over. Move. Oh, no, I don't like seeing that. Oh, especially if he's racing in my league. Oh, no.
You can't be doing that.
You don't move in the braking zone. Oh, I don't like that.
No, that was definitely not leaving the cars with it. You're supposed to leave.
Wacko's coming back again down the inside. Oh, it's getting heated. And Francis fights to the limit. Wacko sees a chance down the inside. Francis, oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. Oh, defends well. But Flying Frome might fancy a piece of the action. If I was Frome, I'd stay well away from it.
Yeah, well, it's doing wonders for AMS's races. He's just driving off. He's now got a 2-second gap to Francis. Wacko has to try and keep in the DRS. He won't have any chance of getting the position back.
I can't keep my eyes off this. Everybody is cheering Wacko on. I quite like the way Francis is driving. I like a little bit of aggression, A man who's not prepared to say no.
It's just breaking the rules. I mean, you have to say no at some point. And I think Francis crossed that line there down that pit straight.
And Mr. Grumpy fancying a piece of the action. I don't even want to follow Tom to the line. I want to see what happens here. 4 cars down the straight on the penultimate lap. Francis struggling for absolute grip there. Oh, he's gone wide. Oh, Francis comes back on. Oh, it looks crazy. Look at this. Flying Frome looking to make a move. And look at this. Will Mr. Grumpy send one down the inside of them all?
Well, he's going to have a look around the outside. He's going to make the move. Ooh. Francis squeezes him off the track there.
Surely Grumps is going to make a move around the outside. Wacko gets away with it. Oh, what about this, Francis? Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's again, he just shoves him off the track. Is he through? I think he is through. Yeah, Francis. He's lost out from that completely. He was up in 6th, 7th position, and now he's down in 9th.
Yeah, so... Oh, Lickle and Martin! Lickle and Martin are battling, so Martin has got it, and Grumpy has got a 5-second stop-go penalty for an illegal overtake. So, I do want to see what happens, but we can't deny Tom his airtime. Still a while to go.
Yeah, that penalty Grumpy's might get removed at the end.
Yeah, let me know when Tom's about to come across, and I'll just go on board with him.
Let's see, well he's just came around and put him up in the corner now. So.
Okay, so Tom, AJ91, soak it up. It's a phenomenal drive for the Force India driver, a clinical strategy manoeuvre to switch onto the Inters, took the lead and now wins the Chinese Grand Prix. Happy time in F2, happy time in FP. He is your race winner for Shanghai, but flying from Wacko and Mr. Grumpy will not follow the podium finishers to the line. It will be Kingdom Martin to take second, but look at that, Mr. Grumpy fuming in the cockpit. Is he going to take fifth? Wacko goes very defensive. Oh, the camera.
He looks down the middle. Is he going to make?
Oh my goodness me! He's going to do them both. Frome says no. Frome's not giving this one up. Oh, he does. Oh, what a move there from Mr. Grumpy. And Wacko's going to take a piece of the action. Oh, phenomenal racing. Mr. Grumpy, without that penalty, I think will finish 6th. But what incredible racing. What about Haig? Is he going to get a point?
I'm not sure, will he? Grumpy had a 3-second time penalty, so he will finish in 7th place, it looks like. I think the other one here does get the final point of this race. What a finish to the race that was. He said the second half was boring, but then the final 5 laps or so really livened up again.
Oh, crazy race. Oh dear. Hulk. Ugi Azim in 12th, a horrendous day, but we saw some terrific battling out there, particularly towards the end. People may complain about Francis, but he produced a bit of action. That's what you sign up for.
Yeah,
Tom taking the
very good drive. Very good drive from Tom. Played the strategy to perfection.
Yeah, he's happy. Look at him spraying the champagne. Look at that, Vijay Mallya. Illegal dealings, business dealings in India, but here he is celebrating the joy of Tom here at Shanghai, along with Little Blocks and Kingdom Martin, who pick up their respective podium finishes. A good drive from Ash Best in 4th. AMS doing a great job in 5th. Flying Frome happy with 6th, isn't he? He looks happy. Grumpy should take 7th. Wacko 8th. Francis 9th. Haig 10th. Joe Finn 11th. Ugi 12th. Abby Oden DNF along with JP Greenwood and Jack Tyler, and we'll get the podium finishers in here momentarily. I don't know if Kingdom added, but I'll give Ash an invite because he drove well. So Ash, Lickle and Tom. I don't know if I can find Tom on my list. Yeah, I can. Lickle, Lickle's online. We'll toss him in as well. Have you got Kingdom Martin? I'll search. Right, I'll just search for him. Oh, for God's sake, I can't be bothered. Is it? Yeah, I can't find him. Yeah. I've got Tom, I've suggested him, so if you just accept the suggested players and then we'll hear from. But drivers are happy. C-Task Demon's happy after what he's seen here tonight. So we'll
Francis
just
isn't happy.
Oh, he isn't. Do you reckon we could get him in to get his views? 1 second. No. Come on, you need... Is he even online? Alright, 1 second, I'll just see if I can find him. Are you sure? Yeah, okay. That's right. I ain't got him on my list. I can't invite him. You did invite Kingdom, didn't you, Hulk? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Right, we'll start with Tom. Fantastic strategy manoeuvre there. To put on the Inters right after the safety car went in. I bet you're absolutely surprised you took the win. It was a hell of a drive. You say you haven't got the pace, but you are one hell of a driver.
I think that's probably my best race I've done in PSGL. I think that was pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that.
Oh, well done. Hulk, any questions for Tom?
It was a very comfortable win, really. You didn't see many cars after you made your pit stop.
Nah, that was about it.
Were you surprised that nobody else copied your strategy, or?
A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I thought because normally whenever I do stupid stuff like that, I always think it either doesn't work, or because like the last game, if you didn't follow what they told you to do, you always lose out. I always did anyway. So if you didn't change when they told you to change, or if you didn't do this when DRS came back on, you'd always lose out. Well, I thought, you know what? Okay, it's a new game. I'll do something. Because they were still telling me to go on the softs at that point. I was like, okay, fine. So whatever. So I pitted for the Inters because I just from the restart I could tell from the second to last corner that the car was sliding everywhere because I was weaving down the straight and I just thought, nah, this isn't right. So I thought I pitted for Inters. And then when I saw how quickly I was catching everybody, I was like, yes, I've done the right strategy here. So yeah, I was. That's probably in terms of strategy, pace, tire wear. Like I literally. I wish I took a picture of the race director because I probably stayed within a tenth every single lap. Some laps, and I had it in low or medium ERS, and then for the end, I thought, you know what, I'll turn it all up. And I was going faster. I was beating laps by 2-3 tenths of each time. So I just didn't lose any pace on the mediums whatsoever, which is pretty good.
Now, well done, Tom, flying the flag for F2 as well. So well done on your win. And we're going to move on to Lickle Blocks, I believe, or was it Kingdom who finished second? Who was it? It's Lickle. So we'll just wait for Lickle to change his party settings. Obviously,
yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, you like to swear, don't you? Gotta turn them off sometimes.
Yeah, the notifications a bit annoying.
All right, let me know when you've got them on.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Cool. So Lickle, a great drive to finish second here at Shanghai. You won last night in F2. You must be on a real high. You must be happy with your podium.
Well, yeah, I think last night has given me a lot of confidence in like a confidence boost. Like in another league just before PSGL, finished third, then to get the win last night, then second here, just pretty much a perfect week at the moment. And yeah, I gotta say GG to Tom. Tried an ambitious strategy. Do you remember China last season? Similar situations.
Is that what I did? It didn't work. I can't remember.
Yeah. No, it was like similar in F1 last season. There was like similar situation where it went like from dries to inters back to dries within the space of a few laps. So I thought, I'll just follow that scene that worked and gambled into
that's what I thought you were doing. I thought you were just going to hang on.
All right, guys, same question time. Let's move on.
Yeah.
No, well done, Lickle. Any questions, Hulk, quickly before we move on? We've got a huge list of people to get through.
No, I think that covered a lot.
No, it was a great drive from Lickle, and we're all very, very proud of the way he's maturing as a driver. But Kingdom Martin, a surprising podium there for Ferrari.
Oh, yeah.
You must be pretty happy with that result.
Yeah, very happy. Very, very happy. Had a good battle with Grumpy for a while.
Yeah.
And had a few issues in the race I managed to overcome. But China's always been a very strong track for me. I won F5 there last season, so I was expecting something semi-decent tonight.
No, it was a very good drive from yourself.
Yeah, well done, man.
Yeah, just Tom.
Hulk, I know you had something to ask Kingdom Martin,
But I didn't. What did you say? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I know you had something that you wanted to ask Kingdom Martin, throughout that race.
Did I?
Just make something up, come on.
Yeah. No, I thought you had a little bit of a battle with Lickle at the end there. But Did you end up finishing ahead of him on track, or?
I finished ahead of him on track, but with about 5 or 6 laps to go, I was coming down to the the hairpin at the end of the very long straight.
Yep.
And I just ever so slightly cut that, and it gave me a 5-second stop-go penalty, which I will be looking to get removed. I don't know where that's going to leave me after.
I don't think you can get them removed, but
Right, that's fine.
It'll be fine still because I didn't have any like extra time.
Yeah, that's fine. The battle on track with Lickle was a non-battle anyway. We were in the same party. He just said go Martin, and I went.
Yeah, always helps when you've got some technical dealings in the offering. And before we go to Grumps, we're just going to get a word from Ash Best, who was one of the stars of the day in the Toro Rosso, finishing up there in 4th. It was a very very good drive. Ash, just in a couple of sentences, just sum up your day, not in a paragraph, in a couple of sentences.
Well, I don't really know. Chaotic is the word I would describe it. Spinning under safety car after, I broke my wing behind Martin, who broke behind Francis, who was braking for Lickle. So I'll put the blame on Lickle there. But yeah, just lots of things happened. I used 9 ballast, which didn't help me in the rain, combined with my no ABS. But yeah, I made an eventual comeback. I made an amazing move on Juho, which was very fun. Had a great battle with Grumpy and AMS. I was sliding everywhere in the rain, but overall, it was a really fun race and to come back to 4th is really good for me.
No, that's great to hear. It's a good drive, and good overtaking. We're going to move straight to Mr. Grumpy Hulk.
I saw you had you obviously started on pole. You had some troubles in the pit stops, I noticed.
Yeah, those pit stops were so annoying. Held every time I went for a stop because everyone was coming in at the same time. So I lost quite a few positions from that. But I enjoyed my overtaking tonight. Like my battle with Ash and Martin was decent.
No, it was good.
Disappointed in the result.
But we saw that overtake at the end there, Grumps. You're battling Wacko and Flying Foam. It's 3 abreast down the back straight. We couldn't even catch the podium finishers crossing the line because we had to stay on board. With that Titanic scrap. Just describe that moment when you made a double pass on the final lap.
It was scary, but happy to pull it off. I thought I was going to get pincered because I saw him both moving inwards a bit, but yeah, I've not got much words because.
No, that's fine. I'd be speechless after the overtakes. It was a good battling drive and unlucky to be caught up in those incidents. Hulk, have you got any questions for anyone else before we wrap this?
No, I think we've covered a lot.
Yeah. No, another late start in FP race at Shanghai. We'll be back next time out at the next circuit. I don't even know what it is. Thank you for tuning in, and
it's Silverstone next.
Silverstone.
Nice.
Cool. Right, let's just end this.